So, this is the Hermit's hut. I'll show you why he's necessary. You just heard an explosion out of his house, but we'll worry about that in a second. The Hermit has something we need. This is the progressive path we need to take. Oh, don't do it. We're so close, I really don't want to heal. We can get them in like a straight line. Their eyes go through the wall too. You think that's something you notice on your last 10 playthroughs. I could just bow them. That was not what I was intending to do. Very riveting gameplay. I should be able to take one on. Oh yeah. So close. There's another dog, I can hear it. Another few. One's really small, that's not good for me. I gotta imagine rolling's faster if you than just walking. Come on, you stupid thing. Before the other one gets her. This one should do it if we survive. Oh no. No. Come on. Why you gotta do me like this? Safe strat. No, it's not. We got her. Just barely. I think we will put that into magic before I forget and hate myself for it later. Dun, 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 dun. This is way better now that I have confidence in fights. Here's our first longbow. But as you can see, the inventory fills up pretty quick. So we're gonna start ditching stuff soon. This has got a little life left in it. This, just get rid of it. Even bothered. We'll keep it for now. Until we can't. I think that's it for enemies in this cave though. So I'll show you why the Hermit is important. I thought she had dialogue there. But anyway, that wall. You're not getting through it. You need an explosive. Now, you don't just carry explosives in your back pocket in this game. It's a pretty odd item. But some weirdo who lives in a swamp full of dangerous animals and somehow survives, that's up his alley. So, he's got a rusty axe on the side of his house, I think. So if you're really looking for weapons, they got them for here, but they're shitty. Like, what have we been using? 11? The one I brought's 9. This is also 9 actually, but the durability's half as good. This is crap. We're not gonna use that. Just leave it here. We're actually gonna need more spots than that. Because I think each item we pick up for this guy is only like one spot each. It doesn't stack. Even though they're all the same.
for something to steal?
I'm no thief. I'm sorry to be in your house, but I'm looking for a way inside the Tree of Mourning.
But you won't find one in here. Besides, the tree, that's Toadfist's lair, his trugs would gut you in a heartbeat.
Not if I gut them first, they won't.
Oh, you're a killer then, are you? I know of a way in. If it means you'll be slicing up them trugs. There's an old tunnel out back. You'd need yourself a blasting pot, though.
A what?
A blasting pot. An explosive. Don't you know nothing? The Trog sealed up the tunnel a while back, but they don't build so good. A good blast would clear it.
I don't know much about explosives. A bit unstable, aren't they?
That's just wizard's propaganda, that is. I'd give you one of mine, but I need 'em to keep the Trogs off. I'd be happy to make you one, though, if you could get me some more powder. I've got a powder mine just over there. My grandpappy first dug it when this place was still a forest. But now those damned snot-eating Trogs have moved in. I have to sneak in at night now, in my own mine.
How much powder would you need?
4 satchels would do it. Take my key. It should be hanging around here somewhere.
What is the short sword doing? Get out of here. I want this key. And everything you own. A club. That's actually pretty good. That's the same one we're using. If you heard my door open during the cutscene, my girlfriend opened it. She's bent over like this, like if this is her back, and somehow has the cat on top of her while she's holding the bowl of ramen. I really don't understand how she gets herself in these predicaments. She's a special one. I'll probably play today until these two now. Until we finish the Shadow Mire, maybe? This is the end of the cave. It loops around again. That's just the way she goes. Can't really blame it. It's a pretty clever design. It's a lot better than making someone backtrack or find some ridiculous hidden passage. So this is what we're looking for.
There's
We
one
need
satchel.
4.
3 more, then back to the Hermit.
This, you can actually shoot them through this, I think. Try just to show it off, but we're not going to because it's a waste of time. Yeah, this isn't actually this cave. That's later on. Sometime.
Two more to go.
You dick. I mean, for 2002, you gotta give this game. It doesn't look that bad. And it works 90% of the time. It's more than I can say for any game released today. Bethesda. Being extra thorough here because I tend to leave one blasting powder behind, and I don't want to go through the cave twice. I really don't. And there is only exactly 4. I feel like there should be one here. Hopefully I didn't mess up. Something right here. I hate fighting in front of elevators because you end up rolling onto them. This guy's got 1 hit. There's a blasting black powder bag, whatever you call it. Oh, it activates you when you just go over it. Did not know that. should never just run straight into a room and not look to your left. But minor details, really. Nice. Eventually we won't even really use those, but good to have them. Like, you're pretty much always gonna have this crap in your inventory, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. So you're just, oh, this do stack. Something doesn't. There's the last one.
That's the last of them. Now to get these to that hermit.
Just for something in the stack, but I don't know. Alright, we're not gonna need this. Oh, and you're gonna get another, like, an invulnerability potion that takes up another slot, so if you're not doing magic, you might want to ditch these, or... I only usually carry around 2 weapons, or maybe 3 max at a time, but I'm just get rid of that. It's not even worth keeping around. We'll use this one. If you're worried about it, you can save for the boss, but he's not bad. He's just a faster Trog with some extra fancy moves. I like the soundtrack in this game. Which one was that? Oh, that's the bow. That's a crappy short sword.
Got it already? You're a quick one, aren't you?
The L1 button does too many
To
things.
move in here and help me with my manifesto, eh?
In this place? I think I'll have to pass. How long is it going to take to make these explosives anyway?
What's your rush? That leather's starting to chafe or something? Listen, since you're in such a damn hurry, I'll just give you one of mine. I can make another with this powder when I get the chance.
Thanks for your help.
Give Toadfist a kiss for me, eh?
So the L1 button is the action button. And it talks to people, pulls levers, puts keys in. That's the one that's making all my items float to me. So it's pretty annoying if you drop stuff without really taking that into account beforehand. Which I obviously did not. Yeah, I wish you could drop this dagger, but no dice. We will get rid of it later, even though it really doesn't benefit us to have 1 extra slot, but it doesn't hurt either. Can't sell it either. Everyone just laughs at you like, why the hell would I want that piece of garbage? There's no way you used to see there's eyes. That's gotta be a glitch in the emulator. Ah, big explosion, epic. I wish I would kill them. That would have actually made it interesting. Oh, well, he almost hit his tippy toe. We'll just get in there. The nice thing with this game is hitboxes are pretty good. As you saw me shoot like spider legs earlier, and this guy through the bars. This is the one I have the arrow on his head. Yeah, here's the cave we were just in. Come on. I believe the elevator is the correct way to go. So we'll go this way. Yeah. looks beneficial, but you can do it. No, unless you're really struggling with groups of enemies, or if it was a stronger enemy, I don't know. As long as you get used to rolling backwards after you hit him, you're good. So I think this should be our second encounter with Nichols. Once we get down these little stairways. He's quicker than us, but he sure does get captured a lot. Just ignore that. I'm just going to run halfway down. See, there's no barrels. Yeah. Worth it. So we're going to try and sneak up on the mage, wherever he went. Looks like to my right. Dodged. It's kind of hilarious they just ignore you. I wish they all died that fast. I mean, if you're planning ahead, you're going to do 3 melee right off the hop. You could have brought that other sword, but it was only, was it 11? 11 AP maybe? This is like AP, there's usually a secondary, like, damaging effect that causes additional damage, like fire or something. I don't know what that sword would have been, though. Maybe Mithril is good against a certain enemy. I don't think that game has elemental disadvantages and advantages, but I could be wrong. Yep, just stare at me. Take a picture, it'll last longer. It is a damn good game, Pin Man. How are you today? Thanks for the follow. Wasn't sure anyone would really be looking for this game on Twitch, but there's always somebody, I guess. So there's Nichols.
Him again.
Even she's already fed up with him. It's only the second time she's met him.
My thanks. You've saved me the bother of escaping, but I suggest you leave by whatever means you entered. These caverns are a pit of horrors, and no place for a lady. Did you hear something? My apologies, but my quests cannot wait. Good day.
He is a special one. Still my favorite character. Don't care what anyone says. I don't think there's really much over here, but... Oh, the all-important health. Might as well drink one of these, I guess. We got 1 million. Yeah. It's hard to find copies of this game these days if you're actually looking for PS2. The odd second-hand stores got one, but this is emulated. Although I do own it, I just wanted to speed up load screens. I looked up a speedrun a while ago. Well, not a while ago, it was like 2 days ago when I was thinking about playing this. Where he was glitching. He beat it in like 24 minutes. It was pretty good. He was not my favorite commentator, but he was good at the game. I was thinking about if this series is actually successful, I might consider doing a glitchless speedrun, which obviously would probably be pretty long. Yeah. I just like the emulator because then you press tab and it speeds up the game significantly. It goes up to like 200 frames a second, which I'm not using for gameplay, just the load screens since they're so painful. Become too accustomed to modern games where they don't even have load screens. Yeah, like, if you can find a copy, it shouldn't be that expensive. They're only like... I picked up 2 of them now because my dad loves this game too, and it's like 15 bucks. I should probably save before I do these dumb jumps, but whatever. That's the risk I'm willing to take. Even with these super steady controls. Just another sword, isn't it? Yeah. At least it's fast. Might keep that one for a bit. Alright, do glitches. Yeah, see, that's the route I want to do too, so I might pick it up when I'm done this series, but I've never actually done a speed run, so it'd be hard to map it out all by myself. Like, enemies are quick in this game. It's not like most games where, like Dark Souls, you just walk away with. This one, they can actually catch you half the time. I try and play this like once every other year or so. It's always a good time. It's not, it doesn't overstay its welcome. Not like every time I go to play Skyrim now, I just hate it. It's just so long. Not like there's ever truly an end, but